And this competition replay was sent in by the user Icy Austin. That is Icy Austin. He's driving the FV4202 on a standard battle on Malinovka. FV4202 being a tier 10 medium tank for the British. Malinovka being one of those maps that either goes very well in your favour or very well against you. Tends to be a little bit campy, a little bit slow paced, especially if you're going to go and climb the hill. If you're going to go and climb the hill, you can write off the first 2 to 3 minutes of your game. Pretty much just set yourself on auto drive, sit back, relax, drink a beer, and then wait for you to reach the top of the hill and then get murdered by artillery. As you can see, the enemy team has a Batchat 155-58 and a Conqueror GC. And those two those two artillery pieces are going to absolutely ruin your day. Conqueror GC probably being the most powerful artillery piece in the game, thanks to its accuracy, reload time, alpha damage, and just ability to destroy tanks without really thinking about it. As you can see, Conqueror GC just did 1,000 points of damage there, pretty much to take out that ST-1. So nobody really presenting themselves as a target. You can see Icy Austin just having a quick look to see if anybody else is coming with him onto the hill. Doesn't really look like anybody is. He's pinging the map saying attention to A9. We need to get up there and we need to hold the hill. Looks like people are sort of making their way. It looks like at the moment they're a little bit incapable of getting past the E line. There is a Batchat coming up to help. He is the only tank on the hill right now. And then again, we don't know how many enemy tanks are here. 50% of the enemy team could be up the hill, as there's another FV4202. And this is going to be a one-on-one brawl by the looks of it. Enemy FV making movements to come forward. Icy Austin drops back to get himself into a hull down position. He lands a good shot in the FV. The FV doesn't do any damage in return. Batchat comes around now. He lands 2 good hits. Batchat fired 2 shots. He's not able to do any damage so far to this FV. To be honest, as long as he comes in and is able to eliminate him with the clip, Icy Austin finishes him off, and that's kill number 1. Batchat's going to have to fall back and reload that cannon, because as you can see, there are a gaggle of heavy tanks heading up the hill. Looks like they're all lower than tier 10, though. Can't quite make out what we saw. Finds an IS-3, going to let his gun focus in on this guy. Takes a shot from the front, but that one doesn't quite do any damage. Going to focus in on who he can as they're making their way up the hill. Lands a great shot on that Tiger 2 there. And he's in a fantastic position here. This Tiger 2's tracked. There's going to be nothing he can do. He's going to get taken out. That's kill number 2 now for Icy Austin. And then the rest of the tanks are going to continue up the hill. That T-32, Centurion 7-1 and the Knerven in the background there. The 3 of these, though, not really going to be a match for the guys that are on the hill now. People finally arrived for backup. And to be honest, those 3 heavy tanks would be no match for Icy Austin and his FV, let alone the rest of the tanks that are here. So they're going to be in trouble. Takes a hit in the face from somebody there. I think that's the first one to actually do some damage. He's going to be able to eliminate the Knerven. He gets taken out. T-32 returns fire, but again, ineffectual. Artillery shells land, but a little bit inaccurate there. Gets a great shot on the T-32. I think the Centurion 7-1 has realised which way the battle's going. And he's already started to abandon the hill. That's kill number 4 for Icy Austin. More artillery shells land. Not really sure who that one is aimed at, the Batchat or himself. Probably just trying to get a bombardier on both of them. Artillery shells landing everywhere. I think the artillery can see that Icy Austin, his FV4202, is the biggest threat on the hill at the moment, considering he has 4 kills and has just wrecked absolutely everybody who came up here to try and contest his position. So they are really trying to focus down on him. As it is, though, he has a quick look at the minimap and sees that the battle in the south isn't going particularly well. There's nobody defending the base. There's a Jagdtiger and an E25 making movements towards the base. Did see a Jagdpanzer E100 there. Was going to have a shot at him, but just gets out of render range. And the guys on the hill should easily be able to push down and win that the rest of that battle there. So Icy Austin's going to drop back and offer some support to the Awful Panther that's in there. Hopefully he's going to do some spotting for the Allied artillery, except he gets taken out by the E25. E25 with its speed and agility probably going to come artillery hunting right about now, except he gets taken out by the Object 261. So scratch that. I see Austin continuing to move towards the base. FV4202, not the fastest medium tank. You can see has a top speed of about 44 kilometers an hour, which isn't very quick at all. Has good acceleration, but terrible top speed. Just playing it carefully. He doesn't want to make himself an easy target for this Jagdtiger. Well, the Jagdtiger is only Tier 9. It is still a very dangerous tank, especially at range with its very strong armor. You can see IC Austin focusing on the lower plate. He gets absolutely obliterated by the rest of the artillery here. Now going to move on, just to offer some more defense to the base. There's the Lorraine 40-ton in here with him. It looks like they're going to move in, because there was an E75 in the base, in the enemy base, but he probably still around there trying to defend from the guys who came down the hill. Allies still winning this one at 8 kills to 6, but what looked like a foregone conclusion on that northern flank with the amount of tanks that were pushing down that hill is now gone really, really sour for them. Only got that T-44 and that Batchat 25 looking down towards that area. There is a Pershing moving in for support, and any moment now the Lorraine and IC Austin himself will be able to make a move across this field. Hopefully we'll have support of the T-54 as well. That E-75 is in and around the cap circle, the enemy base. But hopefully he's looking in the other direction and won't be able to offer any kind of defense. There he is there, spots him out, he's on full health. Can't quite find a shot on him as he's behind a rock. So we're going to continue to push forwards. I see Austin just doing the safe thing of dropping down here. If anyone's going to get shot, he doesn't want it to be him. Looks like nobody is taking any fire, though. The T-54 has arrived with them. And the 3 of these tanks are going to push in now. At the same time, that T-44 and that Pershing make a move. Not the rear armor of this E-75. Lands a great shot. Going to see if anybody else can land a hit on him. He spins his gun around. Looks like he's going for a snapshot on that T-54. Trying to have a shot at the lower plate there. Looks like somebody hit the track. Not sure if it was IC Austin or somebody else. Going to continue to focus on that lower plate. That shot missed as well. I mean, a little bit of bad luck here as he was fully aimed. And aiming at that lower plate on that E-75. He gets set on fire. Looks like he's a little slow on the reflexes with that fire extinguisher. I see Austin takes his time now to get a shot on the side of the turret. It looks like he was straightening his turret up at the time, so that one just bounced ineffectually. E-75 can't return any damage. He gets taken out for kill number 5 for IC Austin, and that just leaves a few more tanks to go. Still winning this one at 9 kills to 8. Finds an IS-7, but can only get the side of his turret. But a beautiful shot there to take out that IS-7 that was completely hulled down. I was about to say, well, that one bounced, but no, it didn't. Takes him out for a fantastic Top Gun medal. That leaves the Centurion 7-1 from earlier that abandoned the hill. A Jagdpanzer E-100. Finds the Jagdpanzer. Again, got to be careful as the Jagdpanzer's got very, very strong armor. Rushed his shot. And he missed. Looks like he does take a hit from the Centurion 7-1, which damages his turret. Unfortunately, lands a shot on the Allied Pershing as he moves across. Takes a hit from the Conqueror GC. Luckily, that one landed close by. Not close enough to absolutely obliterate him. Takes out the Centurion 7-1. He's got to be careful, as that Jagdpanzer E-100 will almost certainly be focusing on his position. He's not. He's looking the other direction. He gets taken out for a Radley Walters medal. Or if he manages to pick up these 2 artillery, then it won't be a Radley Walters medal. Let's see if these guys go for the typical drowning that artillery likes to do in these situations. There's the Batchat and the Conqueror GC left. Takes another hit there from artillery from the Batchat. He gets taken out. Going to switch across to the Conqueror GC. Can he load in time? He can't. But still a well-deserved Radley Walters medal. That is GG and the victory. Picking himself up 8 kills and 6,500 points of damage. So awesome replay there from IC Austin. Thank you very much for sending that one in.